everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jessica and we are Unite Inside, and we help people unite with other parts inside of them. In this video, we will be talking about a very important subject, which is how to discover your worth, how to discover your value. Okay, a lot of times we have forgotten our value and therefore we feel worthless. We don't feel like we have any value or anything to provide. We don't feel like we are important in any way in this world. And so in this video, I will explain to you the reasons why you don't feel important, the reasons why you don't feel like you are valuable in any way, and and 2 steps to take to rediscover your value. Okay? So let's begin. First of all, the reasons why you don't think that you're valuable or you don't see your value is because of trauma. It's always trauma. Trauma made you believe that you don't have any value. Why? This is what happened to you. You had a parent or 2 parents that didn't see your value, that didn't appreciate the things that you gave them, the things that you did for them, that didn't show any sort of appreciation towards you whatsoever. They were very greedy. They were very, let's say, ungrateful and appreciative of you as a person. And they also felt like they had so much trauma, and they themselves had so much trauma. They themselves had so much low self-worth that they had to make you believe that you're not worthy. They had to make you believe that you're not worthy so that you can keep giving them yourself with no limits because of how greedy they were. Yes, this is a pattern where the parent will tell they will degrade their child, they will make their child feel bad about themselves, they will make their child feel not good enough, just so that they can get everything that they want from that child without the child knowing or thinking that they are important in any way, that they are valuable in any way. When someone keeps taking and taking and taking from you and telling you that what they're taking from you is not good enough and that you need to do more and be more, you feel used. Not only do you feel used, but you also feel like you don't have any value. You don't see your value. You can't see your value when someone keeps showing you that you don't have any value, especially because you're a kid. When you're a kid and you want some sort of feedback from your parent, but your parent keeps giving you no feedback whatsoever about how valuable you are, they are not treating you as valuable. When someone doesn't treat you as valuable, and when you were a kid, when someone doesn't treat you as important, when someone doesn't consider you, they're not scared of losing you, they're not considering you in any way, you feel like, I must not be important. I must not be that big of a deal then. I must probably not be, they don't care about me, so I probably don't matter. They probably can just get rid of me. And to begin, and what's even worse is a parent that can constantly threaten to leave you or constantly threaten to throw you away, or they act like they're gonna leave you. Like, for example, they give you the silent treatment, or they refuse to talk to you, or they just like ignore you for hours, and that really makes you feel like you don't have any value. Because if you did, they will be scared and they will treat you as important. But unfortunately, this is not how it works. You did have value. You were valuable. You were important. But the thing is, they had so many issues, and so they couldn't appreciate what you were giving them. They couldn't appreciate you as a person. They couldn't, because they thought if they did appreciate you, then that they had these belief systems that says that if I let the person know their value, then I'm not going to deserve it anymore because I'm not treating them well. And so I need to make them believe that they don't have any value so that they can keep giving me the very thing that is valuable for me. And so that I can keep getting it without having to do anything in return. This is like a manipulative tactic that someone would do, is that they will try to make you believe that the very thing you're giving them or that yourself is not good enough for them, just so that you can keep giving yourself to them, and so that they can keep benefiting from you, Let me give you an example for that, okay? And also, because they know that they're not shit. They know that they're not shit. They're bad people. They know that they treat you like crap and that they don't deserve you. They know that. But when they but if they admitted that, and if they told you that you're valuable, you are gonna go find someone else that can give you what you want. You're not gonna be with them anymore. I'm also talking about relationships where this dynamic could be created, where you keep giving and the person isn't appreciating, isn't reciprocating in any way. It's because they want you to believe that you're not valuable. Because if you believe that you're valuable, you're going to find someone better than them. Because deep down, they don't trust themselves. Deep down, they don't know their own worth. So they need to make you disconnect from your own self-worth. They need to disconnect you by not appreciating what they're doing, like when they don't appreciate you, when they don't show you any love, when they tell you you're not good enough, regardless of what you give them. They're basically trying to tell you that, listen, like, you're nothing without us, and no one is gonna ever want you, and I'm the only person that appreciates you and that is like tolerating you. And so, like, if you decide to leave me, if you decide to go, you're not gonna find anybody else. This is a manipulative tactic that someone could do. Whether your parents did this with you, or whether you met people in relationships that did this to you. And I just wanted to clarify to you that when someone isn't appreciating you, it doesn't mean that you're not valuable. It just means that they want you to believe you're not valuable so that you can not leave them, so that you can keep giving them that very thing that they do consider valuable. Okay, I hope that this is clear. Also, another thing that is very, very important about this thing is that another manipulative tactic is that they get you dependent on them. Basically, if you were a kid and your parent had low self-esteem or whatever, they will try to get you to be dependent on them. And when this happened, they basically disconnect you from what you can do, disconnect you from your intuition, so that you can only trust them. They do something to you that makes you feel like you can't do something by yourself, and then they do it for you. And they do this so that you can be dependent on them. The reason why they need you to be dependent on them is because they don't have any self-worth, and so they have abandonment issues. They're afraid that you're gonna leave them, or they're afraid that you're gonna like not value them in a way, and so they want you to need them, so that there's no way that you're gonna ever leave, or that there's no way that you're gonna ever find someone better than them, you know? So basically, when someone does this in a relationship, when someone tells you, you can't do this by yourself, oh my god, you can't do this, you're a failure. This is something that parents can do, is when they trick their child that they're powerless, that they're not good enough, and a failure, and that they can't do a certain thing. And then they're like, oh, hey, I can do it for you. I can do it for you. You don't have to worry. And you, as a kid, you think, oh my God, thank God I can trust them. But it's actually bad for you, because when this happens to you, when you reach a point where you're like, I'm going to just depend on them, then you don't know your own value, then you don't know what you can do for yourself. And when you don't know what you can do for yourself, that's where you start to value them more than yourself. Also, when someone, what they do is that they basically hurt you, and they strip your self-confidence. They strip your confidence in any way, and they tell you, I can give to you what you want. I can give it to you. And so therefore you have to take it from them. Like, basically, if they made you distrust yourself, if they made you stop trusting yourself in any way, you will be in a position where you're like, well, I need someone to give me guidance. And who's going to give me guidance? Oh, it's them. Oh, they're going to give me guidance. So therefore, now you don't trust yourself. And so it's actually painful for you. And they did this to you so that you can, now you see them as more important. They want to be such a significance in your life. They want to have such a big effect on your life, while making you believe that you have no effect on their life whatsoever. And they do this so that they can guarantee that you'll always think that they're important, you'll always need them, you'll always be stuck to them. It's a control tactic. They want to control you so that you're always theirs, so that they own you in a way. They're like, oh, she can't leave because I do this for her, and she can't survive without it, because I give her guidance, and she can't survive without guidance, you know. And so, like, and she doesn't trust herself. I have disconnected her from her intuition. Okay, so this happens, and it's so bad, and it hurts you, and it makes you feel like, it makes you so needy. They invalidate you, and then they invalidate you to the point that you feel, they invalidate your own opinions about yourself. That's what they invalidate. So that, like, your opinions about yourself, so that you don't trust your opinions about yourself, so that you need their opinion. And when they do this, you're going to automatically ask them for validation. And so now they're your source of validation. Now they're the ones that are giving you validation. And when this happens, you become very needy of them. You become very needy of them for guidance, for validation, for love, for just everything, okay? Because you can't trust yourself. You can't trust your own opinions about yourself. All these things, that they did to you. And therefore, when this happens, you start to feel like they're more important than you. You start to think automatically, oh, they're more important than me. Oh, I need them because I need them so much. And therefore, you never discover your actual value. You never really discover the things that you can do for yourself, and that you don't really need them. The things that you can do right for yourself. And you never discover the things that you do for them, because they never appreciate it, so you don't really know what you really do for them. So you end up thinking that you're probably so useless and so that you have, like, no value whatsoever, and that they're everything for you. They're so important, and you get all these things from them. And you become very appreciative of the little breadcrumbs that they throw on your face, because they basically starve you so much from love and from the things that you need, that you're so desperate. The moment they give you just a little bit of it, you're so appreciative of it. So basically, it becomes that you give them everything, and they appreciate nothing, and they give you a little bit of a tiny bit of love, and you appreciate it so much because you were starved. So that's what happens. So now that you know why you don't know your value, let's go and talk about 2 steps to reconnect with your value and to start knowing your value. This is going to be a very, very important 2 steps, and it's going to save your life, literally, once you know this secret of how to reconnect with your value. The first step is you have to love yourself unconditionally. You have to have unconditional love towards yourself. What do I mean with this? You have to stop looking at yourself as if you are a product, as if you are some project that needs to be a certain way so that people can like it. You have to stop looking at yourself as if you're a bubble of resources, and that's your worth. That, like, you have to have all these things and all these expectations and achieve all these things just so that you can get love, just so that you can be loved, just so that you can be appreciated. Okay? When you do this, then the reason why you do it is because somebody treated you like a product before. Somebody treated you as if you don't give them this and this, and if you don't treat them with, like, so much, if you don't, like, give so much of your resources, that then you're not valuable. And they only loved what you give them. They didn't love who you are. They loved what you can give to them. They loved everything that you gave them and not who you actually are. And that's not really love. That's when someone is using you instead of loving you. When someone is using you, they will only value the things that you give them, but they will not love you at all if you're not giving them anything. Okay? So what I'm trying to say here is that you really need to start loving yourself unconditionally. You have to stop only loving yourself when you achieve something, only loving yourself when you are pretty or when you are perfect. You don't have to be some perfect person to deserve love. Love is your very right. Love is literally your birthright. You deserve to be loved regardless of what you do, regardless of what you provide, regardless of the things that you can give. You as a person need to be valuable just for the fact that you are a breathing human being. You have so much potential and you're a breathing human being. So what I mean with this is you need to start giving yourself love without, you need to just like treat yourself like a human being. Stop treating yourself like a product. Start treating yourself like a human being. Okay? If you had a child, let's say if you had a child, are you going to only love them if they give you a gift? Or do you just love your child because it's your child? You will love them unconditionally. You would give them and you treat them well just because they're your child. And that's what I need you to do for yourself. Just love yourself unconditionally just because you are your own child. You are your inner child. Okay? Be there for yourself. Hold space for yourself. Give yourself compassion. You deserve it. Stop treating yourself like you are some project that you are working on so that you can please other people. You are not like that. Okay? You are not advertisement. You are not entertainment. You are a breathing human being. You came here to live this experience and to experience it, and you are doing your best. Okay? You're doing your best. You're living your life and you're doing whatever you can to have a good experience. So please treat yourself like a human being. Please treat yourself with care, with compassion. When you do this, you will see that there is value in your existence. There is value for just the fact that you exist, that you're here living this experience. You're helping the whole universe. The fact that you're here in this body living this experience is you're doing a huge favor to the universe, because you're basically, you're choosing to live this amazing life and to disconnect from source and to be in this body just so that you can give source energy, which is you, expansion, more expansion. So this is the most valuable thing that you're doing. So literally just by existing, you have value. Okay? That's why you need to give yourself the love that you need. You need to give yourself compassion, regardless of what you're going through. Okay? This could take time for you to understand, but you really are valuable just as you are. You really don't need to do anything to be valuable. Your value is in your existence. Okay? So once you start loving yourself unconditionally, it can really switch everything for you. So let's talk about the second step that you can take to start to see your worth. And honestly, this is the most important one, because I'm going to give you an exercise to do so that you can start seeing your worth. Really what you need to do is to start seeing the things that you bring into the table. You have to be aware of your own power, of the things that you do for other people, that other people need from you, that other people want from you. Once you know about this, it's going to be very easy for you to see yourself as valuable, because that's what people did for you. That's what people did to you. They basically disconnected you from your power, from the things that you bring into the table. Okay? And that makes you powerful. The things that make you valuable, make you important. Okay? So what you're going to do is that you're going to go ahead and make a list of the things that you think people want from you, or the things that people want from you in the past. Okay? I'm going to give you an example. When I was trying to discover my own worth, I made a list of the things that people want from me, that I provide, that I bring into the table, that makes people feel some kind of way. And I put down a list of the things that I provide and how it makes them feel. Literally how it makes them What need does it meet for them? And what it makes them feel. And that's how I became aware. Because after that, I can just focus on those things. Focus on the fact that these things bring value. And start valuing them from within. Start valuing all these things that I bring into the table. So let me give you the example that I did, okay, from my life. The list was my energy, the things that I give them. My energy, my attention, my validation, what I do for them, my presence, and my love. Okay? So all these things I give people whenever we're interacting. Okay? And these things that I give people are valuable and are important. And this is how it makes them feel. So my energy, when I give someone my energy, it makes them feel safe, it makes them feel less lonely, it makes them feel loved. When I give someone my attention, it makes them feel important, it makes them feel special, it makes them feel lovable. You know? Just by giving someone my attention. That's how it makes them feel. Also, my validation. When I give someone my validation, it makes them feel validated, it gives them a little bit of an ego boost, and it makes them feel good about themselves. What I do for them, the things that I do for them, if I do something for someone, what does it make them feel? It makes them feel supported, it makes them feel cared for. Okay? That's how they feel. And my presence. When I give someone my presence, when I'm present in their life, it makes them feel connected, it makes them feel powerful. Because they feel powerful because it's like I am in their life, you know. I'm in their life. So it makes them feel like they must be doing something right, you know. Yeah, so this is an example of my own experience when I was trying to understand my own worth, and when I was trying to see the things that I do for other people that are important, that do make people feel good, that do affect people. This is my effect on people. Basically what I'm saying is this is my effect on people. That's how you become aware of your power. Okay, you have to become aware of what is it that you do that affects people, and what is it that you do that is important for other people and that other people want. And once you become aware and you make your list and you become aware of the things that you provide and you bring into the table, then you can basically start to value them. You can start to look at them as important. You can start to look at them as if it's something that is important, that you shouldn't just give it to anyone. If it makes them feel so good, should you really give it to anybody? Should you really just give it? If I had money, if I had so much money, let's say I had $1 million, and it will make someone feel rich. Am I just gonna give $1 million to someone? No, they should do something for me so that I can give them $1 million. I don't know what it is. Maybe they should probably give me a mansion or something so that I can give them $1 million. See, when we talk about money, we don't want to just give away money, okay? Because we know the value of money. We know that, oh, it's $1 million. But you are like that too. You're $1 million. You have to know your worth. Your presence, your energy is a fucking $1 million. Why would you give $1 million to anybody? Don't do this. That's how it works. You have to become aware of your worth, okay? Once you can see your worth, once you can see the things that you do for other people that makes them feel good and that is important for other people, that other people do need from you, then you can start to value it from within. You can start to focus on these things that you do and focus on the fact that those things people benefit from and people need from you, okay? And then it can be very easy for you to set your boundaries, to only give them to people that reciprocate your energy, to only give your energy to people that love it, to only give your energy to people that make you feel good. Why? Because you know that these things are important and that you know that someone will die to just be with you. Someone will die, is willing to do whatever it takes to just have your energy, to just have your attention. Because you know what it feels like for someone to to have your attention, that they do feel important, that they do feel special, regardless of whether they appreciate it or not, regardless of whether they show you that they appreciate it, they still feel important. If you give someone your attention, they feel special, regardless of whether they told you that they feel special, regardless of whether they showed you that they are appreciative of it, regardless of whether they treat it as if it's not important. It's still something that they needed from you. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep asking for it. They wouldn't keep asking for it. Someone would only keep asking for something because they know that it's important, because they know that it's valuable. Okay? But when you keep giving and giving and giving, then the person is just not going to value it anymore, because you just keep giving it. And therefore, that's where people will start not wanting your energy. That's where people will start not valuing your energy, because you don't value your own energy. When you treat your energy as important, when you treat your energy as valuable because you see the value in it, then people are going to treat it as important, because you're going to have boundaries. You're not going to just like give and give and give. If something that you do that's very horrible, that makes other people not value you, is you keep treating the very thing that's important about you as not valuable, by giving and giving and giving, and by not having any boundaries about it. And when you do that, the person thinks, oh, it must be not important. Why does this person keep giving it to me? It must not be that important. And so they treat it as not important, you know? But when you treat it as important, people can feel your energy. People can feel that this is how you feel about yourself, and they respect you more, and they value you more, and they value your energy more, and they treat you as valuable. But when you keep giving it with no limits, even if people know that it's valuable, even if it makes them feel good, even if it makes them feel amazing, they will feel as if it's not valuable, and therefore they're just not gonna value it anymore. They're gonna take it for granted, and they're gonna treat you like crap. You're not gonna see any appreciation from them if you act like that, if you treat yourself like that. So really, it's about seeing your own value. Okay, so I hope that this video helped you. I hope that you start to learn to see your value. I love you so much, and I am gonna be making more videos about self-worth and how to like actually see your value. Okay, I hope that you make this exercise. And by the way, I want you to in the comments, I want you to do this exercise, and I want to see the things that you think is valuable about yourself, and you think that makes other people feel good. Okay, so let me see how that works for you. And if you like this video, leave a like, and don't forget to share it with people that want to learn how to see their worth. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.